I'm Jim May. In this video, we're going to start looking at what individual Indiana public school administrators actually did and did not say when they were secretly recorded without their knowledge and under false pretenses. Now, my kids attend Carmel Clay schools, so obviously I'm more familiar with what goes on here than at the other 6 schools featured in the Accuracy in Media pro-school choice propaganda. Because of that, I'm starting with Terry Roberts Leonard, our district's Equity and Inclusion Officer. Now, since this video was shot in my district, I know a bit more about its circumstances than the others. As you watch this, you should know that Ms. Roberts Leonard believed she was speaking to a lesbian couple considering enrolling their child in our schools. Here's the clip.
All right, so we'll start off with talking about what we're calling our 15 school solution. So this is just talking about how we set up our initial structure. So when we came, about 8 or 9 of our 15 schools had equity and inclusion teams, and now all of our schools have some sort of team at the school building level. All of those teams send somebody to the district meetings. We have elementary meetings and we have secondary meetings. Some of our great committee members are here this evening, so thanks for coming out tonight. We also have 3 of our elementary schools that have equity and inclusion teams through their PTOs, which were initiatives that they brought on and they wanted to do. We have something new this year, it's the Train the Trainer program. And so what this is we have something called the Excellence in Equity training series for staff members. And we have a level 1 and a level 2. And what I did this summer was I trained 8 staff members to be able to facilitate 3 of the 4 level 1 trainings. And so that allows for more flexibility, that allows for me to be more open to do more in-depth level 2 trainings and more trainings that are specific to the needs of those individual buildings. We realize there is some base level knowledge that we want everybody to have, but we also want to make sure that I'm available so that principals can have guided instruction on various topics that may be distinct for their particular buildings.
I'm sorry, I seem to have played the wrong clip. That was actually from a public presentation Ms. Roberts Leonard made at a school board meeting at the start of this year. Let's try that again.
Is it just you running the department?
Yes, but the way I'm structured is I have that district team, that secondary team. I have the elementary team, and that's comprised of reps from each school building.
Okay.
So each of our 15 schools has an equity and inclusion team in their building.
Oh wow!
And then each school has a rep that they send to the district teams. So that's how we try to build capacity across, and then I have that train the trainer group. As well. So that's kind of how we're trying to build capacity, because it's interwoven into the fabric of what we do, so that if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, the show doesn't stop, right?
Huh. It seems that Ms. Roberts Leonard says the exact same things about our school's equity and inclusion efforts, whether she's presenting them publicly or speaking to parents in private. I wonder why they chose to include the clip of her in the video. I mean, who knows how many dozens of school administrators they held these fake meetings with. But to put in all that effort and have one of your top 7 be someone just repeating what they've already presented publicly, what could possibly make Ms. Roberts Leonard's comments worth including? We may never know. Surely, though, local folks in our district would know better than to attack Ms. Roberts Leonard over this. I mean, none of them would single her out for repeating in private what she's already proudly said in public, right? Okay. That little yellow arrow pointing to Ms. Roberts Leonard's name in the Moms for Liberty graphic, that's not something I added. That was in their original post. I mean, the way they pour over everything they can looking for excuses to attack our schools, they've had to have seen Ms. Roberts Leonard speak about our school's program. Why would they single her out? What could be motivating them? Again, I guess we may never know. For those who are new to this issue and are trying to get a basic understanding of the attacks on our public schools, I hope you see how Accuracy in Media's inclusion of Ms. Roberts Leonard's comments demonstrates their incredibly strong bias and complete lack of interest in being factually correct, both in the original propaganda as well as those who are continuing to promote it. I'm including 2 links in the video description below. The first will take you to Ms. Roberts Leonard's full presentation on Carmel Clay School's equity and inclusion efforts. If you're curious, I encourage you to check it out. The second is the page for our superintendent's office. If you're a Carmel resident, I strongly urge you to use the contact info there to reach out with a message of support for our schools and our teachers. With all of the ridiculous attacks they face on a constant basis, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching.